Hey anime fans, welcome to our channel Anime Rewind. In today's video, we are going to recap a 2013 anime series named Strike the Blood from episode 1 to episode 12. So without wasting any more time, let's get to the video. The story starts with Kojo Akatsuki, a high school student who lives in Itogami Island and is thought to be the powerful vampire known as the fourth progenitor. He sees a female student following him on his way home. After getting into a fight with two local demons, he finds out that Yukina Himuraji is an attack mage sent by a secret group to watch him, and he and Yukina start to hang out together. Yukina's job is to observe the suspected fourth progenitor. She is given a magical pole arm called Sekaru to do this. She moves into the apartment next to Kojo's so that she can keep an eye on him. Nagisa, Kojo's younger sister, introduces her to everyday life, which she had been kept away from for a long time. Yukina rushes to help when she hears explosions and sees what looks like a familiar battle on the East Island. Rudolf Ustak, an exorcist from Europe who controlled the homunculus Astarte, confronts her, and the two of them fight. Just as things were getting worse for her, Kojo tells Yukina that he doesn't have much control over his own familiars because he has not turned yet into a vampire and drunk the blood of a human. Natsuki Minamiya Sensei meets with Kojo and Yukina and tells Kojo that he might be in danger. After asking Asaji Aiba for help with their research, the two of them look into an abandoned homunculus research center. As they look around, Ustak and Astarte show up. A fight breaks out and Kojo's head is cut off. Ustak goes on his mission without them. Ustak and Astarte are still getting closer to the magical core of the island. Kojo heals himself, and Yukina gives him some of her blood, which gives him control over a familiar. They go after Ustak, who tells them that his job is to get back a holy relic that is important to the island's foundation. Kojo and Yukina beat the invaders with the help of the fifth familiar, Leo the Lion of Gold, which they now have more control over. Students get ready for the Saikai Academy Ball sports tournament that is coming up. Therianthropic supporters of the terrorist group Black Death Emperor faction start to act in the city, but Natsuki stops them when he finds out that they are interested in an ancient weapon called Nalaku Vera. Two magical spirits attack Kojo, but Yukina easily gets rid of them because she can now track his movements with Shikigami. After the attack, they find an invitation to a party. That night, they go to the party on the yacht of Lord Ardiel, a powerful vampire who is the Lost Warlord's representative. Sayaka Kurosaka, a friend of Yukina's, talks about men in general and Kojo in particular. Vatler talks about the new threat that Christoph Gardos and his group of international terrorists pose. Yukina wants to handle this threat on her own. Asaji gets a puzzle to solve from someone she doesn't know, and she does it quickly. Kojo and Yukina go to Natsuki's office and talk to her about Vatler, terrorism, and the ancient weapon called Nalaku Vera. They also find out that Astarte is now working as Natsuki's maid. Kojo asks Asaji to find out more about this weapon, which she agrees to do because the name of the weapon was the answer to a puzzle she had already solved. Sayaka attacks Akatsuki from the roof of the school when she sees him. Kojo's power surge hurts Asaji and hurts the school. Yukina comes to stop the fight and takes Asaji to the hospital. There, Astarte and Nagisa meet them. Yukina tells Sayaka and Kojo to think about what they did, but they just keep fighting on the roof, though she's starting to like him more. The infirmary is attacked by Therianthropic terrorists, which makes Nagisa scream in fear. After terrorist leader Christoph Gardos shoots Astarte, the other three girls are taken away and driven to the airport. Motoki Yase tries to help, but Vatler stops him because he wants a fight for the thrill of it. Gardos tells Asaji what he wants to do and tells him to decode the Nalaku Vera operations manual. Sayaka joins Kojo in his fight against the Nalaku Vera. When his familiar drives the Nalaku Vera into the ground, an earthquake happens, and the two of them fall through a crack to a lower level of the float, which is now leaking and unstable. Asaji is working hard to figure out how to control the Nalaku Vera. Yukina finds out that Gardos' secret is that the hold is full of made-up Nalaku Vera. When Gardos shows up, they fight. She cuts off his arm, but before she can beat him, two more terrorists show up carrying Nagisa and Asaji, who are both unconscious. Their situation underground gets worse, and Sayaka gives herself to Kojo because Vatler told her to. This gives Kojo control of the second familiar. Gardos grabs the master, Nala Kuvera, and leads the rest of the army into battle. At first, the ancient weapons look like they can't be broken, but Yukina destroys them all with the secret command that Asaji made after figuring out how they work. Asaji gets Kojo to go into the art room at school so she can be alone with them and set up a date for the coming weekend. Yukina watches from a distance. While Yukina and Kojo talk about telling Asaji about Kojo's secret identity, they see Nagisa take a letter from a classmate. Sayaka tells Kojo that she will be a VIP bodyguard this weekend and will be coming to the island. Kojo and Yukina follow Kojo's sister to school, where they meet her classmate Kanon Kanasa, who has silver hair and has been collecting feral cats in some nearby church ruins. Natsuki and Motoki talk about the person who was hurt in a recent air battle and is now getting better. Vatler joins them and tells them more about the person and warns them about some threats coming to the city. After going to a festival with Natsuki and Astarte, Kojo and Yukina move to the tower, where they wait for another fight between the flying people they want to catch. During battle, they find that their magic does not work against the flyers. But when one of them tries to hurt Kojo, the other silver-haired flyer comes to his rescue and beats the first one badly. In the process, her mask breaks, showing that she is Kanon. Kojo and Yukina go to Kanon's father's business, Mega's Craft. He is not at the office, but his secretary, Beatrice, has the two of them flown to a nearby research island owned by the company. The pilot Lo leaves them there quickly. Sayaka goes to the church ruins to find out about Kanon Kanasa. There, she meets Motoki, who she remembers seeing with Vatler. They are soon joined by Nagisa and Asaji. They all go to an internet cafe nearby, where Asaji finds out where Kojo and Yukina are. That night, Kojo searches the island for Yukina, who had left the shelter, and finds that they were not the only ones there. Kojo sees a beautiful woman with silver hair bathing in a moonlit pool. She reminds him of Kanon when she was older. A hovercraft gets closer to the beach and island. A group of soldiers gets off the ship and attacks Kojo and Yukina right away. La Folia Rehavane, the woman Kojo had seen bathing, comes to the rescue. The last soldiers and their landing craft are killed by Kojo. Another hovercraft lands with a truce flag flying, and Kanon's adoptive father, Kensei Kanasa, along with Beatrice and Lo, greets them. After telling each other their plans and the fact that Kanon is being turned into what Kensei calls an angel, they fight. Kojo's mind is messed up by Kanon's attack, which seems to kill her, so she builds a tower of ice around herself. Sayaka attacks and takes over a Mega's Craft container ship not too far from the island. Natsuki joins her on the ship. Kanon writhes in pain while encased in ice at the top of the barrier that she built herself. Yukina has made a magical shelter for the three of them next to the tower of ice. La Folia makes Yukina wake up Kojo and feed him, which lets a familiar inside him heal the wound caused by Kanon's attack and bring Kojo back to life. Because of this, La Folia decides to give herself to Kojo, giving him control over a third familiar. Kensei is patiently waiting when Kojo comes up to him. After a lot of fighting, there is another fight that includes more angels that Beatrice cloned in secret. Kojo beats Kanon for the first time with the familiar Almesa Mercury. That's all for this video. Hope you have enjoyed watching it. So, who's your favorite character in the series? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so that you will never miss any updates.